Morning everyone, John from Not That Media. We are here, we're at Thorpe Park. It is May 15th, 2024, 9 days before the opening of Hyperia. So we've come to beat the crowd, stay away from the large crowds next week, to check out Thorpe Park. This is our second day of a 2-day stay. We chose, with the exception of a couple of videos that I'll probably insert here and there, to not record, in lieu of actually just taking the opportunity and the time to see the rides, see the layout, get an idea of things, and just walk around in a way so that when we do this vlog today, it'll be a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more compact in terms of content. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, Saw the ride is down. That was one of the top 3 rides that we wanted to go on during our stay. Walking Dead the ride, Ghost Train, and the Saw ride. Yesterday we went on Walking Dead and the Ghost Train, and we'll give our comments as and when we get to those rides, because I do want to have a little bit of a discussion about those. Gives us an opportunity to have to come back again in the future. The sun is shining. Forgive any kind of condensation on the old chrome dome here. It's not sweat, it's the shower. Just literally come straight out of the shower, straight into the park. We've got about 15 minutes before opening. So we're going to start with a ride which we started with yesterday, which was really fun, really good way to open your experience, which is the Swarm, which is a ride that has quite a lot of upside down elements. It's 8 seats long, and it has some twists and turns. I think it has a loop-the-loop, but we'll record a lot of that. So come along with us as we record and document our experience of Thorpe Park. Should also say, just before we go any further, that because we're 9 days away from Hyperia, I am going to spend a little bit of time showing the Hyperia construction update. The walls are almost all down. The ride is visible. There was some not testing going on yesterday, but some VIP walk around which we saw. So I'm going to document that because, as I say, it's 9 days away and it's always exciting when there's a new ride. So let's get moving. So just while we wait for them to open up, it's about, I think, a 10-minute wait at this point in time. If you are staying on property, they do not offer any kind of feature. Hang on, there's Swarm. Let's just give you a taste of Swarm. So you'll see it as it starts. This is just the beginning. It starts to twist around and then down we go. That's the start of the ride. Really good ride. We'll be doing that in a minute. But unlike other resorts, there isn't an option for early access if you are a hotel stay person. What you do get is we've got 2 because it's me and Joe, 2 fast track tickets for the first hour of our day. Now, if yesterday's anything to go by, there probably will not be a need for these fast track tickets. Everything with the exception of the Ghost Train was a walk-on. I think Ghost Train was quite literally maybe a 10-minute wait, purely because maybe there was something wrong, or we're not quite sure what it was, but it didn't hit its 12 o'clock opening. So when it did open at 12:45, there was obviously that rush of everybody who was waiting to get onto it, because that is one of their premium rides, and it is a great ride, which I'll touch on later. But yeah, it's Wednesday. If it's anything like yesterday, I don't foresee us having to use the fast track in any way, but if we do, it's nice to know we've got it in the first hour. Again, because Saw is down, that was the main ride we were going to aim for, and we walked on yesterday. I don't foresee it, but I'll keep you informed if we have to use it, just because we haven't used it. I assume it's just a scan and walk through thing, but it's a nice little extra. So if you're staying on property, you will get 1 hour fast track, unlimited on all rides, from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, or the first hour of opening. So we've started our day with the Swarm, which is directly above us. This is a really good, fast-paced, smooth ride. You go upside down, you're flipping round. It's nice and fast. Really good way to shake off the cobwebs of your day. We just hover around here. Here we go. There's one now. Up we go, and then when we get to the top, it twists. Oh. And down they come. Got some really good theming here, some real good devastation. We've got a flipped over ambulance, we've got a phone box under the stair, upside down. We've got our Swarm supply store there goes the ride again. We've got our devastated airplane over here. The theming on this one is really excellent. This is the gift shop Swarm Supplies, has a few little bits and pieces relating to the ride, but as you can see, it's obviously a war-torn battleground. Aliens have come under the pretense of being peaceful, but of course that's never the case when it comes to these kind of things. We go through the sign, we go through 2 different signs I believe. There is a ride photo. This was a walk on straight away. Really enjoyed this one. We did this one first yesterday and first today. I really recommend this one. Just going to take you around a little bit so you get an idea of the theming. We'll come down here as well, just see if we can get a shot of the ride vehicle coming round and past. Really good down to the theming here. Even the seats are the old Battle STC boxes, storage boxes. Got a helicopter down over here. We'll just hover around here for a minute because I want to get on another ride as quick as I can. But just to give you a flavour, there goes another one now, so here we go. Really impressive, really good start to the day. Highly recommend this ride. Be aware that it does, as I've said before, it does go upside down quite a lot. There is a lot of twisting motions. It is a very smooth ride. I don't want to say it's a thrill coaster and that it's super fast. It is a smooth turn. You will enjoy it. It will pull you in your seat, so you will feel the feeling of as you twist, the falling and the lifting. So if you are sensitive to that, be really careful, be aware of it, because obviously we don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable on these rides. It's a really, really good ride. Theming is obviously of a destroyed, so how loud that is. The theming is obviously a destroyed church or building, so we come out of that. No, I really recommend this ride, really good. So we're going to head on to the next ride at this point in time. Might just have a little look in the gift shop. I don't think there's anything too over the top in here that isn't in any of the other stores. It, as I say, it continues the theming, so it's got your pins, it's got your t-shirts, it's got all kinds of bits. So we'll go in there now for just a minute. I won't hover around too much because we want to make the most of the time and I want to talk about the other rides. So again, we continue the theming with the ammunition buckets for the teddies. We've got the explosive boxes down here, and we've got some really cool theming. We've got bags, we've got mugs, we've got grenade water bottles here, which is quite cool. We've got t-shirts, got pins, got your magnets. You've got your smart wall art plaques that you can pick up. I've seen a couple of these in different rides in Thorpe Park. You've got your jumpers, got your grenades and everything. No, really good little ride. Recommend it. Again, always looking up in these kind of things. The ceiling is camouflaged. They really go to great pains to obviously make sure that these things are right. One thing I would say though, from our experience yesterday, is yesterday when we were on this ride, it's not a complaint, it's just a comment. We were walking along here, this space here, which is directly underneath, as you can see, underneath here, and stuff fell out of somebody's pockets. I think a load of coins fell out of somebody's pockets. So just obviously always be mindful of that when you're going on these rides. Make sure you are emptying your pockets, because you don't want to lose things, and ultimately you also don't want to hurt anybody or cause any issues that might stop the ride, slow down the ride, or affect other people's experience. Just a little thing to say. We'll just wait for this to go and then we'll get out of here. To give you a little bit of geography, when you come into the main park, this is the Dome, which is where the restaurant and a initial shop is. When we came into the park, when you go to the right, so my left, I'm pointing left, but your right as you come out, and you head past this ride, which is name I can't recall at this point. Swarm is just over there. So if you're looking to go to Swarm, you come straight out, right, down the stairs, follow it along, and you'll go round to there. In fact, Swarm just went, so that is Swarm there. To put this in perspective, if you walk straight on, you will be in the middle of the island. I've got to be careful with the music. I don't want it to go over me and copyright or anything. But if you come to the left follows round to Hyperia and Saw the Ride. Straight on will take you towards the 4DX experience, the Ghost Train, Nemesis, the Log Flume, Stealth over there. So there'll be a map, I'm sure I'll probably include something at that kind of a way. But so you come into the park, right takes you to Swarm, left takes you to Saw, but Saw is closed today. Or straight on takes you to Amity, which has got the Ghost Train, the Nemesis, and of course the legendary Mr. Monkey's Banana, which we rode yesterday. So I recommend, obviously, just if you're after one of those top rides, that's where to go. Other than that, everything's just kind of spotted around. You just had a little bit of a wander, but if you're looking for your big ticket items, Saw, Ghost Train and Nemesis, Swarm. So Walking Dead, the ride, is a dark roller coaster ride, so you are going through the dark. It has a live actor experience, which unfortunately this time round we did not get to experience, probably because it's so quiet and so early in the day. This is the second time we rode this ride. We rode it yesterday, rode it today, and on both occasions we didn't have any live actors, but that did not negate the experience that we had. As you can see, the theming starts that you are going to the Thorpe Park safe zone. You're arriving in search of sanctuary from the Walking Dead and from the universe of walkers and various other creatures and people. When you arrive, you are greeted by a sergeant in the form of a video call who is explaining that you are welcome, you are safe, and then using actual footage in Thorpe Park, walkers begin to invade the ride. You then have to run. There is a series of corridors. There is lots of sounds, lights, flashing, very exciting, lots of motion. Keep moving, keep moving. You've got to survive, you've got to be safe, you've got to get out of here. And then you get on the main ride. The ride has a combination of, almost all of it is in the dark. There is puppetry, there is effects in terms of walkers on like holographic pictures and things inside windows. There is and I've never seen this before on a ride before, there is a false start to the carriage itself. So once the ride reaches a certain point, the ride vehicle will actually stall, and there will be the image of walkers appearing, and it becomes a situation where you hear the voice say that they're going to get you out of there, but it actually has a false start. So from a jump scare perspective, I've actually never seen that. I've never seen a situation where the ride actually kind of pushes itself, almost like somebody is pushing you over. I do feel like there's supposed to be a live actor in that point. There's certainly a stage piece. It's a wrecked vehicle with walkers banging on the window, using, as again I say, puppetry and visual imagery, but it does feel like there maybe should have been a live actor there. The best ride I can compare this thing to would be Space Mountain, in that, as I said, it is a theme park in the dark kind of a situation. So I strongly recommend this for anybody who is a fan of thrill roller coasters, live action experiences, and things like that. This is a definite recommend for me and Joe. It does have a ride photo on it. It was a walk-on. We used the fast pass just simply to jump the queue. It's 10:36 and you literally walked onto it. So yeah, really recommend this. Some great theming. I assume this to be Daryl's bike. As I say, the ride photo is over there in the mega store. But yeah, a really good ride. So let's get going. So as I said, when you come off the ride, Your ride photos are in here, so you will come out here. It is directly in front of you, which is part of the Thorpe Mega Store walk through. I haven't seen a whole lot of merchandise, it has to be said, for The Walking Dead, if not any. So for Walking Dead merchandise, you might be in for a little bit of a disappointment. There's certainly stuff for everything else, Saw and all the main rides, but I haven't seen anything Walking Dead yet, but we'll keep an eye out. So I think one of the best rides in Thorpe Park in terms of experience and uniqueness is the Ghost Train. I can't record on it, and at the time of filming, as you can see, it is closed. This thing is a combination of live actors, live effects. You go onto a train, things begin to happen, you go on a journey, which I do not wish to spoil. You do get off the train, you do get back on the train. It is heavily reliant on actors. For us, it was a man and a woman. The man, I don't want to speak too disrespectfully, but I felt he went more on the side of being threatening as opposed to being scary and a little bit too intimidating. But the side we were on, so he was on the other side. We had a lady who was very whispery, very giggly, very kind of creepy in her own way, like little smiles and things like that. But as the train progresses on its journey, things begin to happen. They begin to change in certain ways. Don't know if you can hear that, but that plays every so often. Things begin to happen, effects start to happen. The girl in question, I say girl, the lady in question, contorts herself in quite unique ways that I haven't seen on a ride, certainly. Fans of Bray Wyatt will know the kind of thing when it comes to contorting that he would do. She does something a little similar than that. It is very scary, is what I would say. I would genuinely think twice about going on this if you have a nervous disposition. When we went on this ride, we had a person have a legitimate panic attack. Now, whether or not, you think that is over the top or not, that's for you to decide. This is a safe ride. There is no harm. There is nothing to be scared of. The actors will not touch you. You do not touch them. It is very loud, lots of effects, lots of magic going on. There is a lot of creepy imagery. It is very clever. But if you are somebody who scares very easily, this ain't your normal Ghost Train, is what I would say. This is something that's leaning more in the realm of Halloween Horror Nights or Fright Fest and things like that. I would be very careful going on this. A, if you are of a nervous disposition, and B, if you genuinely get frightened of loud noises, live actors, things coming at you, things in your face, flashing lights, smoke effects. This has it all. This is a premium ride, and definitely do it. This is the highlight of Thorpe Park as far as I'm concerned. Next, with a 5-minute wait time, we're going to ride Nemesis Inferno. Good ride, a really good way to start. Like I say, I'm not going to do too much in terms of wandering around the park. I just want to showcase some of these rides just to give you an idea of what this park's all about. It's a little bit more thrill orientated, but as I said, all these have been a walk on. So as I've said in previous videos about theme parks, don't instantly rush for the fast tracks, because you don't need to pay for something this early in the park. You can literally walk straight on. We're probably going to go have a look at the Hyperion construction update in a moment, but another thumbs up. Nemesis Reborn, Walking Dead, and The Swarm. Three great rides, three great thrill rides, and a really good way to start the day. Well, we didn't know if we were going to do it, but it looks like we're going to do it. We're going on stealth.
a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames were
Well, we've just got off stealth, and I have to say, that was something else. That was one heck of an experience. That is not for the light-hearted, that is a fast ride. I'm a bit speechless, to be perfectly honest. Me and Joe screamed the whole way through. I was kind of numbed and paralyzed. The spot, I couldn't actually move. That thing is fast. 0 to 88 miles an hour in seconds. You are thrown up so far, so fast. You are pulled down so quickly. Your brain and your body can't even register what's really happening. Here we go. I can't even keep up with it. I can't even keep up with it with the camera, it's that fast. That is something else. That is not for the light-hearted, that is for the brave amongst you. I think for me and Joe that was a one and done. I don't think we'll be running to that anytime soon. Glad we did it, really good. That was Stealth. It's located just to the left hand side of the park, past the Burger King and the Double Tea Party. Really good, really highly recommend that ride. As I said earlier in the video, obviously one of the things that is not open at the time of recording is Hyperia. That's due to open in 9 days. And having just been on Stealth, obviously we're going to head over there and have a quick look. But this now says it is the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, going over 80 miles an hour. So this thing is going to be faster than Stealth, which is something to say, because that thing was fast. Let's go and have a look at it. Yesterday we went in this 4D experience. It's very similar to other 4D experiences across the UK. It's essentially a 3D cinema where they show you some movie. In this case, it was the opening of Ready Player One, and there are strobe effects, smoke effects, sound effects, water. Your seats move in motion with the film to give the idea that obviously you are immersed in the movie. What I would say is it was a 15 to 20 minute experience. It was good, it wasn't brilliant. Obviously Ready Player One has been out for quite a long time, and if you already have access to a 3D player, you're not probably going to get too much more other than your seat shaking. It was fun. The sound was a little bit out on it, so every time there was a thud or a smoke effect, it kind of pulled you out of the film a little bit, but it's quite a fun thing. If you're a lover of cinema like me, things like this are always welcome and grateful. It's a cool thing for kids to go on, and it's a sit down for 15 minutes out of the sun, the rain, etc. So yeah, really good. And as a little side thing, I also kept the 3D glasses. They ask you to chuck them away. Well, they're to be binned at the end. They're only cardboard. They're not like other ones where you get plastic ones that you have to hand back. So if you're looking for a quick little souvenir, you can get Sunset Cinema 3D glasses in this, and it's just a cool little keepsake for yourself. Yeah. So let's go and have a look at Hyperia now, because every time I say we're going to look at Hyperia, we end up looking at something else. Looks like we might have been in luck. It looks like, unfortunately, the Walking Dead ride is now down. So I think we timed that just right. So it may reopen later, but it was open at the beginning of the day. So although it is closed today, which is fine, we'll come back another day, I did just want to come and just do a little bit of a video just to show you the outside facade of the Saw ride. It looked quite cool. It looked quite a nice, interesting idea. Of course, we've got a cop car over there. We've got the actual ride over here, so we're going to have a look at it. But like I say, these things happen. Sometimes they're closed. Obviously, as a result, the Saw store is closed as well. But there is some merchandise available in some of the gift shops. But it's a reason to come back another day. But just thought while I was here, might as well have a quick look at it, just to give you a flavour of what this thing looks like. I know that this stuff all moves. I think there's an inside element as well, but I might be wrong in that. I think it may start inside and go out. But yeah, it's fine. Like I say, unfortunately, things happen. Things will be closed. One of the joys of obviously having the Merlin annual pass is that it does allow us the ability to come back other days if necessary. So we came here with a game plan to hit The Walking Dead, the Saw ride and the Ghost Train, and obviously 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And as I said, there's other rides to look at. So finally, after all these false starts, let's go and get a construction update at Hyperia. But yeah, one day we'll ride it. So, as promised and teased for the last few minutes, here we go. Here is the brand new coaster, Hyperia, opening in 9 days. As you can see, it's still under construction to an extent. Obviously, the actual ride itself is up and ready to go. It's one of the tallest UK roller coaster is what they're saying, so looking forward to seeing that. Going at over 80 miles an hour. As you can see, they're just doing all the last finishing touches, all the TLC ready for the next 9 days. You can see the logo. I'll just shoot through the fence. Just move into a better position. I'll stand still just to get rid of this slight strobe. There you go, you can see. You can see the Hyperia logo there, the wings. That's the fast track and the single rider entrance there. Again, sun is in my eyes at this moment in time, so I'm pretty sure it's in the middle of the screen right now. I assume that that's going to be some kind of bag drop-off area there, that shed, or maybe the photo area. If we just move slightly over here, so there's the themed building, which has the tagline, the Find the Fearless. Looks like there is an inside element to this ride. Now, really exciting. Always exciting when there's a new theme park. Always good to get a shot in the arm. Ride in a theme park. Always good to get a shot in the arm, as I say. Always good to see new things coming in. But this thing, you can see that crane on the side of it. This thing is high. I mean, I am a good distance away, and that thing is high up. I mean, there's a guy working on there up there. I did see yesterday some people walking up this side of here, and that was one heck of a climb. I wouldn't even like to guess how many steps are there right now. So yeah, 9 days, all fingers crossed. We are not at a stage where they are ready to test it or soft open it. At the time of recording, May 24th is the designated opening time. Whether or not that happens, we will see. It looks like there's still a lot of work to be done, still a lot of construction, still a lot to see, obviously, but this thing is going to be something else. It's a reason for us to come back, so that's Saw the Ride and Hyperia, 2 reasons to come back in future. So just to give you a slightly different view of Hyperia, this is just at the side, just to give you, as I say, a sense of scale. Obviously, we've got a couple of people on the floor there, just standing around to give you a sense of perspective. This thing is a mammoth of a roller coaster, and you can see already that the building, the theming is being updated. Everything's getting a little bit of a facelift. Obviously, one of 2 fast food restaurants of choice here is Burger King and KFC. Unlike other parks, they continue to have outsourced their food. There are other food options available, but you can get yourself Burger King and KFC here. So you'll be able to go on this. It's right next to some brand new toilets. No, really exciting times. So to give you a bit more geography from what I was saying earlier, the dome is located here when you come in and come through. So Hyperia and Saw the Ride is to the immediate left once you've come outside of the dome. Swarm is to the right, and straight on is to the Ghost Train area, Nemesis, and then the 4X experience is somewhere here. Sorry, we're going out of focus because I'm waving my finger around. It's all very close together, which is a good thing. It means there's not a whole lot of walking. I mean, I've already done this morning 8,500 steps, including a room tour video I've recorded this morning. So you will get your steps in, you will be walking a lot, but there is a lot to do, there's a lot to see. Now, In all our experience as theme park goers, we have enjoyed the greats. We have rode Expedition Everest, we have braved the Ghost Train, we have taken Stealth, we have haunted the Alton Manor ride. We've done everything, but nothing compares to perhaps the greatest ride, the OG of rides, and one we went on yesterday and had a great time, and that is, of course, Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. Fantastic. Got to admit, today, from a crowd level perspective, it is busier than it was yesterday, so just be conscious of that. Obviously, I'm sure the sun and the weather and everything has brought a lot more people out today, but certainly there is a lot more people in the park today. It hasn't actually stopped us getting on anything. Pretty much everything is a walk-on, which is great, but just be mindful and conscious of that because it is busier today, so obviously wait times might be different. I saw that the Nemesis ride is already a 10-minute wait, which is still nothing in the grand scheme of things, but just be conscious. Obviously, don't be deterred by the rain. We had a day yesterday where it didn't actually rain. It looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't, and all the rides were walk-ons. So genuinely, be aware that if it is a overcast or they're predicting rain, do not use that as a deterrent to go to the parks. You might find it's a much better, much smoother experience. Today is absolutely fine, but it is a little bit busier. So this is one of the things I was talking about in my Alton Towers video, a merchandise haul, which is the recycling station. You can see recycle for a chance to win VIP experiences, drop off your bottle. So as I explained in my video, you just got a thing like this. It's normally next to the freestyle machines or the drinks machines. It's nice and simple. You got your bottle, you can see straight away, it's got a screen. Thank you for helping us. So you lift it up, give that a good little push in there. See there, it says that. Okay, great. You get your receipt, it comes out over here. And I'll just check it. Yeah, and as I said before, you get your ticket, which just says you're Thrilliant. You scan that, and that's how it works. It's that simple. So if you bring your own bottles to the park, these are the machines to use. And just as a quick update, yeah, the Walking Dead ride is back up and running. So it was up for about the first hour, went down for a little while and back up. So never ever give in when you hear of a closure, because it might actually mean it's open. So continuing what I said earlier about the theming, obviously like it said on the radio, a tidal wave has decimated this town, or the theming for it I should say. So as a result, everything has got that kind of run-down, smash look. The music is all very old-fashioned 50s kind of stuff. It's really good stuff. There's plenty of things to look at. There's the log flume. We're just going to have a quick look over here, just to give you an idea. It is very loud musically, it has to be said. They are piping in all these old songs and it is very loud. So just be aware and conscious of that. Although the rider vehicle is empty, I will just show you the log flume. I have to confess, because we've got to drive home, I'm not going to go on the log flume today, but I am a fan of log flumes. They're always good to see, always good fun. So we'll just stop here and we'll just wait. It should be literally a few seconds, but this is a good log flume. This is actually called the tidal wave, this one. People coming out are soaked. In fact, those people who just left have just got soaked again. So there's something for you to be mindful of. When you leave the ride, be mindful if the ride car is coming down, because you will get wet again. But like you can see, that idea of devastation continues. So we've got the truck, got the vehicles, it continues down there. Just to give you a little bit of a sense check as to where I'm standing, the 4DX experience is there. That is Stealth there. You've got the log flume over there. Ghost Train is behind me. The dome is over there. So what we're probably going to do just to finish off now is have a quick look in the gift shop. The idea here wasn't to go through the park in every detail, ride every ride, wander in every area in detail. All we kind of wanted to do was just give you a quick overview and a flavour of what's going on. We only actually came here really to ride 3 rides, so the fact that we rode quite a few rides, they're all really good. This is a great park, it is a very good park. The theming is good. At first I misinterpreted what looked like something that was quite tired to be obviously part of the theming, so just be aware of that. I think it's good, I think it's a good park. Whether or not it's something that we would return to regularly, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like if you get it right, you have a day like we did yesterday, you can probably get through everything you need to get through in a day. So this probably isn't a park that needs you to be here for multiple days. So maybe this is something we'll come to annually or every few months. Obviously it's a further away drive for us. We are closer to Alton Towers, so future videos will probably be more Alton Towers orientated. So we'll go and have a look in the main gift store, because as I said earlier, that isn't a Walking Dead gift shop. The Saw Ride gift shop is closed, so if you're looking for specific merchandise, you have to go into the mega store, which kind of acts as the main store, covering quite a few of the rides. So we'll go and have a quick look in there, and then we're probably going to think about making our exit at this point. So the mega store is located straight ahead past the Storm Surge ride, which is a water ride as well, water slide ride. As soon as you walk in, we get Swarm merchandise straight away. So this is very similar to the merchandise that we've already seen, which was inside the specific Swarm gift shop. We've also got just some general Thorpe Park merchandise here. You've got your t-shirts, you've got your lanyards, you've got your bottles and your cups, etc. Pricing, as always, is quite reasonable, but always be aware that you're buying theme park price items. So again, I think most of these are fairly reasonable. So we've got the Swarm stuff again. Keep an eye up, because you can get to see things on the mannequin to get an idea of how they will fit on people. We have then the Colossus section. So again, we've got the Colossus, the t-shirts, the jumper, the mugs, the ride vehicle facsimile, the bottles and the lanyard and the teddy bears and the caps. We've then got some socks, which are for all the different rides. So obviously a generic Thorpe Park one, Colossus, Nemesis Inferno, Stealth, Saw, the Swarm. So they're all good. They are £7.50 each. Got a variety of different caps. Ride caps being £16 and the bucket hat being £18. So again, we've got Thorpe Pride, we've got a music one there, Colossus, Nemesis Inferno, Stealth, Saw, the Swarm, and the bucket hat. We've got a Fright Nights one. Fright Nights isn't on at this time. It's a October event. We've then got some Pride merchandise here. Up there, we've got a couple of classic ride posters, which I think are on sale as well. But we've got the Pride things here. So again, we've got the hats, the t-shirts, the bottles, oh, there you go, there's the classic ride pictures and the bottles. We've then got a selection of the ride resins. So we've got the Swarm, the Colossus, Tidal Wave, Saw, and Nemesis Inferno. We've got the lanyards, again, it's all the rides, I'm not going to keep saying them again, but all the same rides. They've got lanyards, a selection of pins. We've got the mystery pins. I have to admit I stay away from mystery pins these days, because I think I have a bit of an OCD personality when it comes to mystery pins. There is a good selection of pins for all your favourite rides and experiences. Something that we're particularly partial to around here is all the magnets. So again, the magnets cover all the rides. So again, depending which ones you want, the prices can vary. And these are surrounded by key rings as well. We then move into the Nemesis Inferno section, Stealth. I'm just going to keep to a bit more of a wide shot, because I'm not going to go over every single item. But again, it is the same kind of like t-shirts, jumpers, pillows over there, bottles. It then moves into the Ghost Train stuff. The Ghost Train stuff has got a slightly smaller selection, but it's still a very good little selection. Got a t-shirt, got themed mugs. Again, the jumpers and the pins and things. And then we've got probably just to round off the whole section, we've then got the Saw section. I really like the Saw merchandise, it has to be said. Although I didn't get to ride the ride, I have purchased some Saw merchandise purely because I wanted to have something. At the end of the day, you don't necessarily have to ride the ride to own the merchandise. You can see here the mannequin wearing the shirt and the t-shirt that's on sale with a lanyard with a Billy the Puppet attached. Obviously you can pick up your own Billy the Puppet here. You've got your bags and the socks again. We've got the mugs here and the shot glasses. which are quite cool. The little. We've got the Billy the Puppet resin statue. Got the bottles. And then there's just some general stuff in the middle. Again, more of the magnets, more of the same. Liquid timers for Thorpe Park, snow globes, various mugs and cups and things. So again, this is the primary gift shop, so I think this one covers most things. So if you are in the park and you find you cannot find anything to do with your favourite rides, chances are it's probably going to be in here somewhere. So I'd have a look in here. The only exception is The Walking Dead. There is also a selection of teddy bears here as well. If it's something that you wanted to pick up, you can get your favourite ride with a teddy bear. It's a good store. It's you know, it's not on Alton Towers scale, I would say. It's not on Disney's scale. It's a small store featuring all the main rides. So it's something if you want to get some stuff, which is a good thing, somewhere to come. It's right next to the front of the park, so you don't need to worry about traipsing around too much if you plan it properly. I've jumped to outside because every time I try to record something, some loud noise seems to come on. So what I've been trying to say, and I'll say again, is the Megastore gift shop is great to cover all the main rides. It has merchandise for every single ride, except for The Walking Dead. Now what I would say is we have looked around this park. There is no Walking Dead merchandise whatsoever. So if you're like me and Joe, and you're pin collectors or magnet collectors, and you like to get little keepsakes for your favourite rides, for some reason there is nothing at all to do with The Walking Dead in this ride. In this park, sorry, there's no merchandise. I don't know if that's a licensing agreement or if there's some caveat where they're not allowed to sell this stuff, but it's just not here. Obviously the Saw ride being closed meant we couldn't go in the Saw ride. We'll just walk past this thing. So obviously the Saw ride was closed today, so as a result the gift shop was closed, but you could still pick up some merchandise in the Megastore, which leads me to believe that whatever the reason is there isn't any Walking Dead merchandise, it must be some kind of agreement or licensing issue that they don't have it. So if you're looking for merchandise, just be conscious that there is no Walking Dead merchandise in this park. Every other ride is covered in some way, be it a magnet, be it a pin, a t-shirt, etc. All the big ticket items, with the exception of The Walking Dead, have their own merchandise. We have picked up some stuff. I am going to do a merchandise haul later, another video with our thoughts and opinions. We're going to call it a day now, I think. This was only going to be a short video. It wasn't going to be a full length long one like the Alton Towers stay. Have to confess, because we had somewhat of a negative situation with the hotel room, which I have covered in another video. We didn't really want to spend too much time in the park today because we are quite exhausted. We will come back, but we just wanted to show you obviously what we were seeing. We had a good look around day one, wanted to show you the big ticket items day two. There is lots more to do here. Do not think that because we haven't been on something, it means that it is not worth going on. We just haven't had the time or the inclination, because a lot of these rides are roller coasters. They are fast, they are big rides, and it can get exhausting in a while. So in an hour, just over an hour, we managed to do 4 big roller coaster theme park rides. That's a really good going. We've had a look at the merchandise. We've bought some stuff. We've had a great time. I recommend the Ghost Train, recommend Nemesis, recommend everything we've been on, Swarm, Walking Dead. There's some really good stuff here. So with that being said, until the next time, stay scared.